Two things are going to come out of this podcast. One, we're going to be canceled, and two, we're probably going to get divorced from our wives.
So fucking inappropriate. So fucking inappropriate.
It's like crying, just jerking it on empty horn. What the fuck? Jerking it on empty horn. Jerking it on empty horn.
So fucking inappropriate.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time again for that top 10 list you don't give a fuck about by two guys you really don't give a fuck about.
Welcome back to the Inappropriates with Nathan and Matthew. This week's episode is brought to you by Underboob Sweat Energy Drink. Take it away, Matthew.
All right, folks. Here we are. We're being sponsored by Underboob Sweat Energy Drink. All right. Did you ever take a drink of your energy drink that you got from your local mart and go, damn, I wish it tasted like something other than chemicals out of a barrel from a nuclear waste plant facility? I know I have. That's why the good people down at Underboob Sweat Energy Drink came up with an entirely new flavor. One guaranteed to make you go, what the fuck was that? But thank God it don't taste like chemicals. That's right. Run on down to your closest and nearest finest retailer and request it by name. Underboob Sweat Energy Drink.
That never gets old. All right. Thanks, Underboob Sweat Energy. I'll be picking up a can on my way home at Sheetz, but this week, sweat is kind of involved in the topic. I mentioned it last episode, I believe, or maybe the one before, that I wanted to do top NBA players of all time. And the reason I wanted to do it is because I'm a avid basketball fan, whether it's NBA or WNBA, college. The Big Three, most recently, I went to a Big Three game. It was really fun. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I just love me some basketball. I know you know basketball, but you're not quite the aficionado, how do you say it?
I'm not a connoisseur of basketball the way you and Jay are. And, oh, by the way, Jay was supposed to be joining us on this, and last minute he wasn't able to. But, if anybody hears this, I'm possessing Jay's top 10 list of it. He did print it out and ask me if I had time to slip this in, maybe I could include his players list. And, of course, I did bring it. And so we do have, I guess, Jay here in spirit, because I do have Jay's top 10
And it's
list.
all 10?
All 10.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
All 10.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jay, for doing that. Thank you, Matthew, for bringing in and reading it. That's awesome. All right, this episode might run long because knowing that you didn't know all as much about basketball as or you don't know as much as basketball as I do, I kind of was planning to fill the space. So I've got a spreadsheet here with stats.
Stats and points and graphs.
Yeah, so to not only make my case, but just to fill some air, let the listeners get a little bit of knowledge, because they may not be NBA fans either. But
I had to approach this not as more or less a statistical run, as far as I mean, I didn't put so much as this player does the most 3 points per game or this or that. So I had to put, if I had to pull 10 guys from the history of basketball that I would build my own team with, this is essentially my top 10 list. And
that's fair.
I know some of these players are probably going to be a lot farther down on this list than a lot of people think they deserve to be, but they all got into the top 10, and it's all because I've watched all of these guys at some point growing up, and either they were excruciatingly entertaining, just the athletically gifted in what they did, and I think that every name on this list is going to have their own standout in their own right as far as how it speaks to their career in the NBA.
Good.
So it's kind of where it's just going to lie for me.
That's awesome. It's our podcast. These are our lists. Everyone doesn't have to agree. I mean, I'm excited to hear what you and Jay's lists are.
I think I definitely have solid guys on my list, though.
I'm sure.
I mean, obviously I'm going to have some. I might surprise you with a few people that's on the list, but I'm kind of because I've already seen Jay's list, and I was kind of sitting here going, okay, damn, like we've got several on here that we've put on both lists. So I'm kind of interested to see how all three of us tack out on how many are going to be on the same list and then where they fall in that ranking system.
If I would have made this list entirely on players I've actually seen play and also just straight heart, this list would have been different. A lot. They're probably almost the entire top 10 might have been different. Okay, maybe like 6 or 7 of them might have been different.
Right.
But
Right.
I took into account championships, stats, culture changing. Those kind of things are what for my top 10. And as with the wrestling lists and some other things, I do have a few honorable mentions. A couple of these hurt my heart to not include on here. For instance, Allen Iverson. I'm currently wearing an Allen Iverson All-Star jersey. He is definitely one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He definitely changed culture, and he contributed so much to basketball in general. So it hurts to not put him on here, but the reason he's not on here is unfortunately he never won a championship. Not saying that he's not good enough to win a championship. He was just never on a championship team.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that should define his ability on the court.
Exactly. That's why it hurts to leave him off. But all of my top 10 have at least one NBA championship because that's what you play the game for. When it comes down to it, you play to win championships. So I left him off because of that. He is number 30 on all-time points scored, so he obviously can score. Number 14, all-time steals. So he definitely had defense in his bag. He was 1997 Rookie of the Year. So he definitely has all the qualifications from 1996 to 2010 was his career. He definitely has all the qualifications to be on an all-time list. I just left him off the top 10 simply because, unfortunately, he didn't win a championship. I really wish he could have, because if he would have just won one championship, he would have skyrocketed on my list. So another all-time player that I had to leave off of this, my favorite defensive player of all time, and I will argue with anyone that he is the best defensive player to ever step on the court, that is Dennis Rodman. He did win 5 NBA championships. But
you could say that about almost any of the Bulls teams from the 90s.
True. They
all kind of went into that.
He also is the reason that Michael Jordan didn't win another championship because he was with the Detroit Pistons that took them out. But then also he's the reason Michael Jordan did win another one because he joined the Bulls and helped him win there. So he could be on people's top 10 list, but because he doesn't really have too many offensive stats.
But see, Rodman was never put on a team for his offensive stats.
Exactly.
Like, Rodman, if you look at it, what was Rodman the best at doing? Like that was rebounds.
Yes.
Like Rodman was a rebound
12th all time.
Freaking genius at one point. And that played a huge part into why Jordan and the 90s Bull Run era, the Dynasty Bulls Run era, you want to call it, he kept them in the game longer than at times they should have been because of his ability to capture a rebound and get it back down court and let the other guys do what they had to do. Rodman didn't have to play offense. They had that covered. They just needed him to grab the rebound and do that part, which ended up playing a big part in a lot of their games.
Yeah. But that would be why he wouldn't be on many people's top 10 is because his offensive game wasn't par with others.
See, I think that sets him apart.
I would 100% agree. That's why it hurts me to leave him off this list.
I do have several members or members of the 90s Bull Run on my list just because of what's going on with it.
Couple more here, sorry. And then we'll get into the actual list. Amari Stoudemire, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He is my all-time favorite player, period. Over everyone that's on my top 10, Amari Stoudemire, for some reason, was my dude. He's never won a championship, ever. So that's why he's not on this list. He was a 6-time All-Star. He was a Rookie of the Year, but he's never won a championship. So Amari Stoudemire hurts me to leave it off, but I have to. Same thing as Penny Hardaway. He's a 4-time Anthony Hardaway. He's a 4-time All-Star, but he's never won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
He could have with Shaq, but unfortunately that was with the Michael Jordan Bulls era, the Hakeem Olajuwon Houston Rockets era. So, and then Penny was riddled with injuries. So he's not on my list. All right, now the next two, people probably want to slap me for not having them on my list. I'm willing to bet at least one of these two are probably on your list.
Okay.
He's 10 in all-time scoring. He's 19 in all-time assists, 24 in all-time steals. He has 4 NBA championships. That's right, 4. 1 Finals MVP, 2 league MVPs, 11 All-Star games. Steph Curry. I have him as an honorable mention. I do not have him in my top 10.
The Golden State Warrior 3-point king.
Yep. Not saying that he doesn't deserve to be on people's top 10. He's just not on mine.
You failed to mention he was a member of the Dream Team as well.
Well, I'm not including any of the
Or the
USA
Olympics.
Olympic teams or college or any of that in the stats.
And by the way, my list includes 3 members of the Dream Teams. So, but, I mean, but that's an accomplishment to be able to go and be on a Dream Team as far as, represent your country at the Olympics. It's a huge accomplishment to make it pro. But when they narrow down that list of who's the best of the NBA that we want on the Dream Team, for you to be able to make that short list, that speaks volumes of what you've done all the way through.
I agree.
But, it's nice you honorable mention them at least, I guess.
And here's another one.
I swear to God, if Spud Webb ends up on your freaking top 10 list over Steph Curry.
I did love me some Spud Webb, but no. And then the last honorable mention, another that some people are probably going to slap me for not having on here.
Okay.
And I will be perfectly honest, I had him on my top 10 before I looked over my list before coming today, and I switched him with another player.
Oh, the last minute substitute.
Based on stats. I was like, I can't have this guy as an honorable mention and have Magic on the list when their stats are just so different. So Magic Johnson, I said it.
Okay.
He's seventh all-time assists, 23rd all-time steals.
Okay.
He's got 5 NBA championships. Love me some Magic Johnson.
But
he's not on my top 10.
Was one of the guys responsible for reviving the NBA back in the day. It was him and Larry Bird had that rivalry that was just watched all the time on TV, man.
When I get to the person that I swapped, you'll be like, oh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, I get. I don't have a spreadsheet. I don't have stats. I don't have any of that. So mine's going to be kind of really boring. I guess if you're from a logistical informational view. But these are all guys that I've seen play on TV. I've never been to a live basketball game. So if I had to go off the list of players I've actually seen play, it would have been a big fat number 10 is number 9 is because but. All the games that I have seen played, all the highlight reels, all the YouTube documentaries on different basketball games and Netflix documentaries I've watched on basketball and things like that. I remember a lot of these games. I remember watching some of these games growing up, and these were always the players that just drew my attention every time. They were super entertaining to watch play. They were highly skilled at what they did for their time frame and their time period because my list is going to go all over the board time frame wise.
Good.
From current players all the way back to the 80s and 90s and things like that. So overall, looking at that, from someone who is not a vested fan who's going to go into the point systems and the stats and for these guys to stick with somebody who's not a hardcore fan to me is like, okay, these guys are standing out above what they do on the court.
I would almost say that your list is more valid than mine because of that.
I doubt that. I mean, because you're going to be like, well, everyone's heard of him. Well, yeah, of course everyone's heard of him. But, my number one, I knew my top 3 going into this before I even started making the list. I went, these are going to be the top 3, and this is the top 3 order. This is 1, 2, and 3. Just in my opinion, these, if I had to put 3-on-3 versus anyone in the NBA, these would be my top 3 guys to go 3-on-3 with anyone in the NBA, and I don't think I would lose.
Not taking position into account at all, right?
No.
Okay, like you don't have one center, one guard. And
no, if you just put these 3 guys on the court versus any other 3 guys on the court, I think that my top 3 guys would probably murder about anyone that stepped out.
A scale of 10 to 1, 10 being definitely, 1 being not a chance. What do you think our top 3 are the same?
I think.
Not necessarily order, but just the top 3.
Ooh. I think we're gonna match on maybe 1.
Really?
Maybe 1.
Okay, so you're saying probably like a 3 or 4 on the scale. Of
I don't think our top 3 is going to be the same.
Wow. Okay.
I would be.
See, I was going to say it was going to
Say
be a
1,
10.
maybe 2. No, I don't think our top 3 would be the same. I'm not sure. I'll be really surprised if my number 3 is on your list at anywhere above 5.
Okay.
That guy I put in number 3 overall. But I mean, we might agree on number 1. I'm not sure if number 2 is going to be someone. I'm not sure how you feel about that one.
Let's find out. I just rambled off 6 different players that don't make my top 10, so we'll go ahead and let you start. Also, there are another 100 players that I could have just mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Just so everybody knows this.
I mean, you got to trim down the history of the NBA to 10 people. That's never going to be an easy task. Surprisingly, it was harder for me to narrow down all the players that I knew, liked, and loved to a top 10 list. And that's from someone who I would say is a casual fan, so I can only imagine what this put your painstaking through on.
it hurts my heart to leave so off, I'm telling you.
My number 10 is from the 90s era, is from the Bulls. I believe that he was one of the crucial teammates that allowed Jordan to be as good as he was. And when they worked together, their beautiful, beautiful things happened, even though they didn't always agree. But my number 10 is the great Scottie Pippen.
Okay. All right. I would definitely agree with everything you said, except for I wouldn't put him in my top 10. But that's, again,
he won championships.
He did. This is your list.
He hit some criteria for you there. No, and I just remember that, Jordan was always the all-star kind of golden boy of the team, but Pippen was always there, and Pippen was a very skilled basketball player.
Definitely.
People for a while would underestimate what Pippen could do until they realized, oh shit, never mind, this dude can ball. And it was always fun to watch that dynamic shift in a game because you started seeing it to, we need to get a better player on him to guard. We need to get a better this, and you would kind of see that scramble. And then once him and Jordan started doing the pass backs and everything else to go down, I mean, it was just insane what they were able to accomplish and what they were able to put down court on that.
That team, from players to coach to everything, that team is crazy.
I don't think we're ever going to have another NBA team quite like that again.
Not with the way free agency and everything is now. I think dynasties might actually even be over. I don't know, but
very possible.
Golden State Warriors might be the last dynasty. Who knows?
Maybe.
I'm hoping my Knicks can make a real run at it. Which, by the way, I don't have any Knicks players on my top 10, and that also hurts a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's surprising. That's like your team right there.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It is. But there's no. I mean, at some point in time, they may have played like a season but I don't think any of them actually even did. Amari Stoudemire did, but he's not in my top 10. Penny did, but he's not in my top 10. Dennis Rodman should have. He never did. Okay. Anyways. Wow. Scottie Pippen. All right. Good choice. I like it. With that being said, however, if MJ and Dennis aren't somewhere on your list, me and you, we're going to scrap.
Rodman, I'll be honest
with
you.
No, don't say it. Don't tell me. Oh.
Rodman is one of the most standout players in the NBA, just from his personality alone.
Yeah,
he would be like when you think of if you were to tell me who had the most outlandish personality of the NBA of all time, Rodman would be sitting in the number 1 spot because Rodman had that flair that no one else had, right? He was an NBA player with a WWE wrestler attitude and persona, and that I think that's why he did as well as he did.
I think it comes down to heart. To be honest, all of that, yes, that adds to it. But on the court, I think he had more heart than. Why are we talking about someone that's not on the top 10? I love you, Dennis Rodman. All right,
didn't make your top 10, but he better be on mine, right?
Okay, so my number 10. I originally did not have this individual on my list either. I had Iverson at my number 10 spot. But then when I was looking over everything, I was like, basketball fans like Stephen A. Smith and like people, like that would just look at my list and just disregard it entirely. Say, that's trash. You're not an NBA fan. You don't know anything about basketball. If I left this person off and I put Iverson as number 10. So, Bill Russell, he's won 11 championships. 11 fucking championships. That's more than anybody else. That's more than Jordan. That's more than LeBron. That's more than Kobe. 11, okay? And that was from 1956 to 1969, which is why he's so low on my list. Because I never did get to see him play.
Most people don't even know who that is
Most
unless you're
people-
going into
exactly.
the history of the NBA.
Exactly.
And I did see a documentary on Russell one time, and I'm telling you, it was enlightening and excruciatingly interesting at the same time. Like the dude was a pioneer for what we have in the NBA now.
Yep.
He was playing years in front of where he was, I believe, and that's why he was as successful as he was. While everybody else was playing basketball, he was playing basketball 2.0. and
Good way to put it.
he was definitely one of the most forgotten greats of all time. I agree with you 100%.
And for those reasons, I couldn't not have him on my top 10. But that's why he's in my 10th spot, because I never really seen him play. He's 41st all-time scoring, 30 in assists, number 1 in rebounds. So he's beat Dennis Rodman in rebounds. But he has 11 NBA championships, like I stated, 5 league MVPs, and he was voted 12 times the All-Star game in his 13 seasons.
Wow.
So he's definitely got the stats. He definitely deserves to be on the top 10.
Absolutely.
I couldn't leave him off. So Bill Russell, number 10 for me.
Well, for our stand-in, our good brother Jay, who could not be here today, his number 10, and I'm not familiar with this player, so you'd have to enlighten most people. I've heard the name, but I really can't tell you much about him. But that is Grant Hill.
Oh, yes, Grant Hill. That is another Detroit Piston. You don't know Grant Hill at all?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's definitely a baller. I don't have his stats in front of me, so I can't ramble them off like I am with these other guys.
right.
But I do know he was a great player. Fairly positive he won championships with the Pistons, so he should have some rings. Yeah, I believe his son plays now, and he's a sportscaster. Grant is now a sportscaster.
Okay.
Yeah, good person to be in the top 10. All right.
Awesome. So we're moving into the number 9. So number 9 for me is, I believe, in your honorable mention list, but
Okay.
I do feel he deserved a spot on my top 10, and that is Magic Johnson.
Okay.
From the, I think he was the Lakers for most of his career.
Yeah.
And
For his entire career, other than non-NBA teams.
okay. I remember that whole rivalry of basketball was kind of one of those very little watched sports for a while. Like their viewership was dropping off, the popularity of the sport was dropping off, and that's when Johnson and Bird started that whole rivalry, and it just made basketball exciting again. Made basketball what people wanted to watch again, and you kind of had that entire East Coast kind of West Coast rivalry going on. Which for the times fit with other East Coast, West Coast rivalries and everything else that was happening at that moment. But I honestly believe that when the Celtics and the Lakers met is when Johnson played at his very best and when Bird played at his very best, because there was something to prove. And sometimes all you need to make something stand out in your mind as greatness is a great rivalry. And
Agreed.
a great rivalry can go a lot farther than somebody's personal record, because there's certain things about a great rivalry that people are going to remember more than other stats. And for me, growing up, it was, oh man, really could care less who won or lost those games, because I knew from buzzer to buzzer that's where the real action was going to happen. And no matter who lost, you knew they're going to meet again, and this is going to get bad. This is going to get crazy. This is going to get good. And you found yourself almost rooting for both sides in that situation, because that's just how that era of time of basketball made you feel. You were there to see the most insane shots. You were there to see who was going to talk the smack and back it up. And Johnson and Bird were two of the greats in that arena.
Absolutely.
And I don't remember an extreme amount about the other games. I mean, obviously you had all the other bigger teams and the rivalries in the area, but when those two met in that point in time, it was almost like the entire sports world stopped and went, "Oh shit, they're on the court. Get over here." You know, and that's worth a lot.
Agreed. And his nickname was Showtime, so people are tuning in to see Magic. So
I mean, yeah.
Yep. Like I said, not on my top 10, and I'll tell you why, because I was between two, but deserving of a top 10. So that was your number 9.
That was my number 9.
Okay.
Yep.
So while you were talking, though, I looked up real quick. Not Reggie Miller. Grant Hill actually did not win NBA championship. He was drafted by the Detroit Pistons, as I said. He's a 7-time All-Star, but he never won a championship. I thought he was part of that Pistons team that won one, but I am incorrect.
Yeah, but 7-time All-Star is an accomplishment all in of itself.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. All right. So my number 9 is a NBA champion. As I said, all of my top 10 have at least one championship. And he has one with the Dallas Mavericks. He was also the Finals MVP that time, league MVP. He was 14-time All-Star. He's number 27 rebounds, number 6 in points, and that is Dirk Nowitzki. No, I can't even say his name correctly. Nowitzki. Dirk. His name is Dirk, damn it.
Sorry, Dirk.
When you think of the Dallas Mavericks, there's two people that you really think of. You think of Dirk and Mark Cuban, the previous owner. Now you can kind of throw Luka in there, but he's no longer with Mavericks because they traded him to Lakers last year, which was a whole fucking deal. But Dallas Mavericks, you think of Dirk, and that's my number 9. I'm going to just say Dirk and not his last name.
I'm probably going to brutalize some of the names on this list because they're not always the simplest to pronounce. But yes, I understand that. So, all right. So, number 9 for Jay. And it was funny. I was watching Jay put this list together, and you could just see that kind of back and forth struggle. Like he was wanting to, get it down and get it right, and then he was rethinking a lot of this, which was kind of cool. But number 9 for Jay is Stephen Curry.
Oh.
And,
we've already said enough.
I mean, yeah, what else are you going to say about Stephen Curry, dude? Stephen Curry is one of the modern basketball players that, in my opinion, is just on fire right now. Like, I almost would consider him Larry Bird Jr. at this point. The way this kid can sink three-point shots and the accuracy at which he can do this. But he has no problems going in and getting close and charging somebody when time comes to it. The kid is just an all-around phenomenal basketball player. Can't say enough about Steph.
I would say he's nearing the end, so I don't necessarily know he's on fire right now, but I know what you meant. He's had a amazing career. He's still 100%. He's still got it, but he might be into his final year playing.
I really hope not. I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
I do understand. I really hope not, because in my opinion, Steph is one of the greats that has walked on the floor at this point.
He probably, if this was a all-time shooters, he's probably 1 or 2. Like, just shooting alone, he's. I believe I mentioned for Stephen A. I believe he calls him God's gift to shooting or something like that. I don't know. God's greatest shooter. I don't know, something like that.
I would love the time machine, Bird in his prime and Steph in his prime, and just see a 3-point shootout. Like I think that would be one of the most sought after viewed anywhere on anything if that could happen. Because you've got so much talent wrapped up in just those two people. It's ridiculous.
He can shoot. All right.
All right. So we're on number 8. Number 8 for me is probably going to be why is this guy on your list? But you know what it is. That's going to be Wilt Chamberlain.
Sorry, I was counting to make sure that I didn't include too many here. Wilt Chamberlain is your number 8, and you said why?
Chamberlain.
Why? You think I would say why?
I think a lot of people would kind of question that a little bit. As far as me putting him in a top 10, because I don't think you can take anything away from his talent and from what he did on the court. You know,
I think you are incorrect to say that a lot of people wouldn't put them in their top 10.
you think so?
Yes.
Okay.
I am fairly positive he is in most sports writers' top 10s. The Bleacher Report, which spawned this because of my anger that the fact that they left a certain individual off, put him, yeah. So he was in their top 10. I'm fairly positive. And he's also in my top 10 because he falls in my number 8 spot.
Hey, are you serious? We
Yes.
match spots and
Yes.
players?
None other than Wilt Chamberlain, my number 8th spot.
That does not happen very often. Dude, I don't know. Has that ever happened? Same thing on the same
I think
point?
so. If not, I think it has.
We
though.
usually have a couple that's the same on most of our lists, but very rare that they
maybe it's
land
like
in the
one or two
same
different
spot.
Yeah. Okay.
So that
It might be the first time.
Hey, it had to happen. I mean, and on this one's a good thing to happen for.
But he is 7 all-time scoring.
Mm-hmm.
He's number 1 in rebounds. Wait, how is he number 1 and Bill Russell's number 1? I think I got one of those two mixed up.
Maybe they tied.
Maybe. I know he's top in rebounds, like somewhere, if not number 1. I'm pretty sure he's number 1 though. Okay, anyways. He has 2 NBA championships, 1 Finals MVP, 4 league MVPs, 13 All-Star games. He was 1960 Rookie of the Year. He only played 14 seasons and did all of this. Wilt Chamberlain, number 8. I don't think anybody doesn't have him in top 10.
I'll be honest, Jay does not. I was looking.
I don't
through Jay's
think
top
anybody
10
besides
list.
Jay.
Not that I really disagree a lot with Jay's list, because I think a lot of the guys on his list is very talented in and of their own right. But I was kind of surprised Chamberlain didn't make that list for Jay either. So, but Jay's number 8, which I cannot pronounce the port. You said his name earlier, but it's Hakeem Olajuwon. There you go. But that was who Jay had in his number 8 spot. You know, Jay was pretty much like, pretty much out of 1 and 2, you could put them all wherever you want, but I'm going to make the list anyway. But yeah, so, and oddly enough, I don't know, I thought me and Jay matched on a line and player, but we do not. So, but yes, so Hakeem for Jay's number 8, which I think, once again, very talented ball player.
Absolutely.
Deserves to be on a list.
100%. Oh, spoiler alert, he's not on mine.
He's not on mine either, right?
But
thank God Jay brought him to the table
Yes.
where he does have a seat at that table
Yes.
of greats.
he is a 2-time champion himself.
Yeah.
He has a billion fucking blocks and rebounds. I guarantee he's on top of those lists. Don't have his stats in front of me, but Hakeem Olajuwon definitely. He's one of the reasons my Orlando Magic and Penny Hardaway didn't win a championship, so that might be why I left him off my list. But yeah, good choice. All right. Well, before we go on to your number 7, let's do a little Mary Fuck Kill here.
All right.
And I told you before we recorded for this, I have a few that I want to throw out there rather than using the cards. So when it comes to me to give them, I'm going to do those, and then you can do the
basketball
cards.
players at
Yes,
this point.
it is.
Oh my
It is
God. That's what I
NBA related.
thought.
No,
Oh,
hold on.
geez.
Simmer down.
Are we WNBAing this? I'm gonna have to look up every single one.
I should have did that. No, well, you're going to have to look up them anyways because I chose wives of NBA players.
Okay, that's gonna I'm probably definitely gonna have to look that up then.
Yes.
And I just realized I overshot on this list, and I have 11, so now I've got to try to trim out the last. Oh, that's not cool. So I will move 1.
Well, your number 10 will be an honorable mention at this point.
No. Probably gonna move 1 to honorable mention, but you know.
Okay. All right.
right.
Well, when you get to that, I guess just say honorable mention and then get the other one. Okay. So for the first Mary Fuck Kill of the episode, NBA players' wives / girlfriends.
Okay. Open up Google here.
Gabrielle Union.
Oh shoot, I know who that is. She's an actress.
Yeah, and she's Dwayne Wade's wife.
Okay.
Amelia Vega.
Yeah. Google, here I come.
And then the other one you're going to know also, but I'll give you a chance to look up Amelia Vega first.
Dominican actress and model. Yes, she is. Okay.
And she is married to Boston Celtics player Al Horford. So, and then finally, she had a little thing with Dennis Rodman, and that's Carmen Electra.
Hmm. Man, because Carmen Electra was one of those like pinup girls that I really liked back in the day. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think everyone did.
Yep, I had a pool cue that had her bent over on it. It was kind of interesting. Anyway, but in this instance, I am going to get rid of Carmen Electra. Be a very brutal fucking to death at this point. Take the night with Gabrielle Union, and I think I'm going to marry Amelia.
All right.
Yeah.
Any specific reasoning?
I kind of feel like Carmen's ran through a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union, I mean, she's cute, she's pretty, yeah, definitely would hang, but
Something about Amelia?
something about that little Dominican hit on that Amelia girl is just like, yeah, she is cute.
All right. Well, I'm with you on the Carmen thing. I would fuck her to death. 100% that's happening. I would use a condom. But I'd fuck her to death.
Condom. That's why I'm going for a hefty bag. I don't know what all that has been. Like, holy shit. A woman's twat is a coin return. She make change at this point.
I would fuck Amelia Vega because, one, she falls under what I previously mentioned, the Latina category. I've never been with a Latina. But also, she falls under a Latina category. I don't know if I want to be married to a Latina, all right? So she's just going to have the night. And then I have always, if we did a top 10 most beautiful women in the world,
Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union is top probably 3 for me. So,
Oh, wow, that high.
yeah,
Okay.
she always has
right.
been. Oh,
Oh, she's beautiful, don't get me wrong.
so Gabrielle Union, I'm going to take her from Dwayne Wade, and I want to marry her. So then that brings us back to our list.
All right, we are on 7, correct?
Yes.
All right, so this is where I want to go ahead and just throw in the honorable mention.
Okay.
Because I was writing this in a hurry and didn't realize I went 10, 9, 8, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. What the fuck? Anyway.
You can have a slot where there's 2 players. I'll give it to you. If you want to tie in.
No, it's cool. 'Cause I don't really think I can tie in my second, 6, and 7, but you know, it is what it is. So the honorable mention for that slot is going to go to Sir Charles Barkley.
Oh, okay.
Sir, as in because he was knighted, and Charles Barkley just because dude was a ballin' basketball player, man. Like he, you know, the interviews is what got me. Just listening to the guy talk and didn't get through an interview
Yeah.
was freaking hilarious, but never took away from the talent that he was on the court, and he was a force and talent on the court, in my opinion. So that would be my honorable mention, would be for Sir Charles Barkley. But in the number 7 slot,
Well, before you give your 7, just real quick, he is another one that, like Allen Iverson, he has all the accolades to be in a top 10, except for championship.
definitely deserves a seat at the greatest table.
He never won a championship.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, that doesn't always define the talent of
For my list, it does.
because it is a team sport, man. Like, so it just could have been, you know, that team that was on.
But,
But for me, my true number 7 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
I mean, dude had a way of stealing the spotlight when he got the ball. You know, dude had a way of not only making his presence known, regardless of what he was playing, but you knew he was on the court. You knew things were going to happen when he got that ball because he was going to make it happen. And that guy for me had an extreme amount of heart and extreme amount of drive when it came to that sport. So he gets a spot at my greatest table every time.
Okay. No debate whatsoever. I completely get it. Have we been giving J's after mine?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, I guess my number 7, if nothing else, he has the hottest wife in the NBA, and that is none other than the previously mentioned Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade. There we go. I have a feeling he got that spot due to his wife.
No, he does not. He does not have the spot because of his wife. I mean,
you can sit at the table, but if she has to sit, we're with us.
he has 3 NBA championships, 1 Finals MVP. He's a 13-time All-Star, 12th in points, 25 in assists, 15 in steals, and 27 in blocks.
And married to Gabrielle Union.
The only thing he doesn't make the top 50 in is rebounds. He has all the fucking accolades, and he's married to Gabrielle Union. That lucky motherfucker. No, yeah.
So the semi reason
Wade.
for my honorable mention is because Jay's number 7 is Sir Charles Barkley. So he's getting in that list. You know, in my opinion, honorable mention twice, deserves to be at the table, but is on Jay's top 10. And so I can definitely appreciate that we were kind of in that same vein as far as, you know, thought process goes on. And I mean, really, what can you say about Charles Barkley that hasn't already been said?
Fair enough.
So-
Fair enough. Obviously, Jay doesn't care about championships because he's had a couple that haven't won.
I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, my number 6, I know this guy has won some championships, and he is probably one of the most iconic, recognizable players from the NBA. Outside of what I would say would be Jordan or LeBron, and I'm talking about none other than the mountain of a man, Shaquille O'Neal. So I mean, you talk about a guy who has managed to stay relevant after being out of the sport for years and years on end. This guy is
Big Shaq Diesel.
is 100%. He was a beast on the court, and he is just killing everything he's done pretty much afterwards. And this is a guy who I would personally love to just hang out with him for a day, because I think it would just be, well, I mean, for one, it would be, you know, I'd feel like a midget at that point. But for two, Shaq just seems like an all-around, generally really cool dude. Just absolutely, just chill, kind of absolutely cool dude just to hang out with. He just seems like he'd be a lot of fun to hang out with.
Do you know that he has a pair of shoes at Walmart because he wants to provide affordable shoes to children across the world?
I did not, but that sounds like something that Shaq
Exactly.
would
You were
totally be
saying
on
that, so
board
I
with.
did.
You
He
know?
also has a rap album
Yeah, I do.
and many other things. He is.
Which, I have not heard that, but I just think it would be really difficult to hear Shaq rap.
I had it. I did buy it because, again, as a kid, I was a Knicks fan and an Orlando Magic fan.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando mainly because of Penny Hardaway, but Shaq was there with Penny. And,
He was.
So
Eventually, he went to play. He also played with the Lakers and
yes.
a few other. Seems like all the. Seems like the Lakers have had their rounds with about as many MVP / greats, Hall of Famers you could think of.
Yeah.
Have usually had. Most of them have had an experience either with or on the Lakers team.
Yes.
So
Shaq is definitely deserving to be on top 10. My number we're 7 or 6.
6.
Number 6 is another big man. He played alongside David Robinson. They were, I don't know if they actually ever were called the Twin Towers, but they were something along the lines with the San Antonio Spurs, where he won 5 championships. He had 3 Finals MVPs, 2 league MVPs, 15 All-Star games. That is none other than Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Tim
I
Duncan?
am familiar with
Okay.
Tim Duncan.
That's another. They had their little spurt, the Spurs, of championships, and a lot of it can be contributed to Mr. Duncan.
And they when they were on top, they were on top. I mean, they were definitely one of those teams that became the team to beat. If you could take out the Spurs, during that time frame, that was an accomplishment. Whether it was in regular season or postseason, like it was one of those things where everybody knew that when they stepped into that arena and they stepped on that court with the Spurs on the other side, like anything short of an A game at that point was not going to cut it. They were going to get blown out. like pretty hardcore. And you're right. I think Tim Duncan was probably one of the most influential reasons why they were that way. And like, Tim had a way of making all of his teammates elevate their game to play better. And he did it just by being who he was. And, you know, it's you don't run across a lot of players who do that in the same manner that some of these guys were able to do that.
Yeah.
And I think my number one strove to do that as well, because my number one player, you know, essentially held his team together for as long as it took to be as great as they were. So I would kind of put Duncan in that same chapter of a book. You know, he was able to elevate his guys to play just by being who he was. And he was one of the greatest that stepped on. And you're right, during that Spurs uprising, they were probably the most sneaker shaking team on the court at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, also, I mean, I didn't mention all of his stats, so I'll just really quick. He was the Rookie of the Year, 1998, when he came in the league. Never stopped. He just kept going. 17 all-time in points, 6 all-time in rebounds, and 5th all-time blocks. So he had both an offensive
that high on
and a
blocks.
defensive
I mean,
game.
I knew his defensive game was strong, but I didn't realize he was that high in the
and
block
that's
department.
with David Robinson there, who was also getting rebounds and blocks.
Yeah.
So
you know,
that's why that team was so hard to beat.
Yeah.
You couldn't score on them.
You had two powerhouses that were just there, and you know, it's amazing what you can kind of create with just a couple guys who really have that kind of drive on the same team is what makes it even more unstoppable. So, man, we are at number 5, dude. So,
Wait, what was Jay's?
Going back to Jay's number 6, which is probably going to irritate a lot of fans across the United States and probably even the world. But number 6 for Jay is that Ohio native, straight out of Akron High School, LeBron James.
I'm going to shake that man's hand when I see him on Monday.
For putting him at number 6?
For putting him at number 6.
Or for
putting him at number 6.
having him on the list?
No. If you don't have LeBron James on your list, then you just literally know nothing about basketball, or you're a straight hater like my wife. My wife absolutely hates LeBron James.
I don't like LeBron James, but I cannot deny him the
Exactly.
talent.
That's what I'm saying.
And what he's done. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard Ari Spears talk about the difference between LeBron and Jordan, but I agree with it entirely. LeBron came in to basketball at one of the weakest points of the Eastern Conference. You know, basically the Eastern Conference was called the Leastern Conference at that point. Like,
right.
Now, does that mean he was a bad player? No. What he did in Cleveland, holy crap. I mean, they weren't going anywhere. They weren't doing anything. And he created a team and an atmosphere, and his talent drove them straight to the top, straight to where every team in the NBA wanted him. And now he's doing it with the Lakers. And he's, you know, even at the end of his career, what I'm definitely going to say is the end of his career, he's still crushing it and doing what he has to do, right? And it's absolutely amazing that, you know, you may not like the player, but you can't deny the talent that the man has on the court.
Exactly.
So don't like the player, but I can't deny the talent. And when we're talking about talent, if I had to build a dream team, I would have to pick the phone up and call LeBron.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
But that's why I wanted to shake his hand, because I don't know who the next 5 are on his list, but that he could put down on pen and paper that LeBron is 6 instead of the go-to 1 or 2. I applaud that, Jay.
Yeah.
That takes some cojones.
So,
But all right.
well, I mean, that brings us to number 5. So I guess I've got the, you know, mildly smaller kahunas, because my number 5 is LeBron. I put him dead center.
Okay. All right.
Just because I don't like him. I don't excruciatingly hate him, but he is dead center for me. I think he does deserve a spot at the table, but not at the head of the table, kind of down in the middle area.
So, question: who put the GOAT tally up in will call.
It was a guy from Help.
Oh, a guy from Help did it. Okay.
So, because we were talking about it, and it was two guys from Help came in, and he was like, "So who's the GOAT? Is it LeBron or Michael?" And I'm like, "Fucking Michael, dude! Like, I mean, just based off history, style of play, and everything else, like we were talking about." And so he goes over and he writes, who's the GOAT, and he puts Michael and LeBron up there. And his buddy was the only one in the room that liked LeBron over Michael at that point. So his buddy runs like 5 tallies across there real quick. But yeah, that was put up by a guy from Help.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but someone wrote dumb and put an arrow at the LeBron tallies. That someone was me.
And then I don't know if you noticed, but underneath was one called Will Call J. And
No, I didn't see that one.
And he's got some tallies on there for sure, because apparently JB balling when he's not in Will Call.
All right.
So.
If he is in the top 3 of his own list.
Well, actually, I don't want to spoil this, but number 3 is Will Call J.
Oh, God.
Honorable mention for my list, Will Call J, by the way. Never seen the man pick up a basketball in my life, but honorable mention's going to go to Will Call J. Oh, jeez. All right, so you're number 5, my friend.
No. You get to give number 5.
My number 5 was LeBron James. Whereas
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Number 6 for Jay was LeBron James.
I forgot. That's, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, my number 5, you've mentioned him. I kept silent, but that would be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
He is number 2 in points, number 50 in assists, number 3 in rebounds, and 3 in blocks. He has 6 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 6 league MVPs, 19 All-Star games. That's second most on my list. He was the Rookie of the Year in 1970. He played 20 seasons. So, this is an individual that I never got to actually watch on television or in person, obviously, play the game of basketball. However, knowing his stats, knowing what he's contributed to the game of basketball,
Right.
I could not have him not on my list.
Can't deny the man his due.
Yeah, exactly. So, he comes into the number 5 spot on my top 10.
We're matching on a lot more players than I thought at this point, if you want the truth. As far as, not in the same spots. Obviously, we've had the one. So not in the same spots, but it is kind of cool that on that same wavelength, we're kind of in that same, as far as a casual fan versus someone who really dives into this a whole lot deeper, that we agree on it, on as much as we agree on. So that brings us to it. I mean, dude, we're in the top 4 now. This is where it gets sketchy, so to speak. That's an hour behind. It's actually 1:30.
I was like, wait a minute. How? Okay.
So, but all right. So number wait a minute. No. Number 5. Number 5 for Jay.
Yeah.
Is Sean Kemp.
Oh.
So starting to think that might be a little bit of a sleeper pick for you there.
Yeah. He's do you know who Sean Kemp is?
I'm not super familiar with who Sean Kemp is.
He was a player with the Seattle Supersonics.
Okay.
Who are no longer a team.
They'll say aren't they disband or
they
something?
disband. And then Oklahoma City, who are
The
now
Thunder.
the
Right,
current
right.
NBA champs. Yeah. They were spawned, created, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he played with the Seattle Supersonics alongside another person that could definitely be in my honorable mentions. And I just recently seen him at Big 3. He's a coach at Big 3. But Gary Payton, a.k.a. The Glove. So, yeah, Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp came in at number 5 for Jay. So, nice break of the surprise, so to speak.
Yeah.
And, so we're definitely down into our top 4 now.
Before I say it, I want to look it up real quick.
Okay.
So, give me 1 second. That's what I thought. It is another individual that never won an NBA championship. And he is currently in jail also.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he did some bad stuff, but
all right,
that happens. So
all right.
Still worthy of the list. All we're doing a Mary Fuck Kill now.
Yeah, let's pull another one out before we get into the top 4, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot said on the top 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Let's go right or left, or east or west.
I'll go right.
All right. Basketball wives. Now we're gonna do actresses and probably things we don't know here. All right. So our 3 is Khloe Kardashian,
Okay.
Demi Moore,
Okay.
Penelope Cruz.
Okay. What was the first one?
Khloe Kardashian.
Khloe Kardashian. Okay. Fucking Kardashians. Demi Moore and Penelope Cruz. I know who all 3 of them are, but I need to look up what Penelope Cruz looks like. That's what I thought. Okay.
Little dark-haired Latin girl.
She is a Latin girl. Okay. So I never thought that Demi was really all that. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, Demi Moore. I'm not on that boat. Not saying I wouldn't fuck her, but in this situation,
In this situation, you would have to fuck her in her G.I. Jane, right?
in this situation, I'm killing Demi Moore.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And once again, I haven't been with a Latina, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fuck Penelope Cruz. And then simply because the Kardashians are constantly in the spotlight, which means they're always going to have some sort of financial gain, I'm going to marry Khloe.
Wow.
Which also, I believe she was with a basketball player, if she's not right now.
Personally, the Kardashians should scare men everywhere. Look what they did to Bruce.
I'm... and Kanye.
I'm just saying.
And a couple other NBA players.
If the Kardashians don't scare the fuck out of you, bro. Just they are the men annihilators, my man. So for me, Chloe's dead. I'm not even taking a chance on that shit.
That's fair. That's fair.
At that point, I'll take the night with Demi because, unlike you, I do think Demi's kind of a really cute girl, and Penelope is going to get the ring, you know, because I don't know. I just think I got the best shot at keeping her the longest, I guess. Is probably where that's going to go.
Fair enough.
Because she's got to come to grips that I just knocked off a Kardashian and screwed another actress. So, she might be the one that deals with that the best.
She's Latina. I don't know.
I mean, she's either going to be really pissed or she's going to be like, oh, that's romantic. Thank you. And I'm going to be like, all right, cool. That's what we do. But, all right. So we are in the top 4, man. We're climbing the mountain. You can smell the dragon breath from here. So the number 4 for me is someone that has already been mentioned. It is someone that I think we both agree is massively talented in their own right. But for me, number 4, and intentionally comes in above LeBron, is Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
So we've already said
We've covered a lot about Steph Curry.
multiple things about Steph, but
Number 4 in Matthew's list.
all about, I think Steph deserved a higher spot than what he got on Jay's list, and I definitely have. If there's one player that I enjoy following more than most players in the NBA today, Steph is on that list.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, my number 4 is one that you have mentioned, but I haven't heard you say it on your list yet, so I'm assuming he's probably above. This individual is the one that when I was looking over my list, I was like, wait a minute. I can't not have him on my list. So I swapped him out with Magic Johnson. Magic was lower originally. I had him at like 9, I think. And then when I looked at the stats and everything, I was like, oh, okay. So number 4, Boston Celtic legend, Larry Bird. He is 13th all-time points, 9th all-time assists, 8th all-time steals, 11th all-time rebounds, and 41 all-time blocks. Every category that is measured, he ranks in the top 50 of.
Number one in all-time trash talking. Let's be real.
Well, that's not one of the measurables, but
It is in my book.
he is the only one on my list that is ranked in every single one of those, along with his 3 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 3 league MVPs, 12-time All-Stars, and he was a 1980 Rookie of the fucking Year.
Wow.
This motherfucker
Yes.
has all the accolades.
Yes. And he's won Coach of the Year as well. This guy's a
yes.
triple threat
Yeah.
all the way through. Didn't he owned a franchise owner of the year or something like that?
Possibly.
I'm wanting to say he has 3 accolades that no other basketball player has ever gotten. But I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, Bird won a 3-point contest, never took his warm-up jacket off. I mean, the dude's a beast. Let's be real. And even Steph Curry and LeBron James, when they both said they were trying to up their 3-point game, his tapes were what they studied because of what he could do.
LeBron needs to study a little harder, apparently.
You know.
Steph got it. But,
Steph took better notes. Steph understood the assignment.
but would you agree at this point that it would have been blasphemy for me to not have Larry Bird on this list?
I think it's blasphemy. He's not higher, but, you know, okay. Yes, I do agree.
He originally was on my honorable mentions, though. So
He is 100% in my all-time greatest basketball players, like, opinion.
Okay.
Larry Bird is one of those players that I think has the accolades, but a lot of time is overlooked for certain things, especially when it comes to some of these guys out here who are like, oh, yeah, I can rattle off the top 5 ever. I'm like, dude, a Bird's not in that top 5 list, and I don't even want to hear
invalid
your
list.
It's an invalid list. Yeah, just
mine was about to be invalid, but I was like, oh, wait, what am I doing here?
because if we got to number 1 and Bird wasn't on that list, be like, dude, you need to rewrite that whole fucking list, bro. You're missing somebody. So, all right. So that leads us to Jay's number 4, which Jay's number 4 has already been mentioned. Player was lower on my list, but we are going with the Big Shaq.
Okay.
Shaq is number 4 for Jay, and like I said, we've already said quite a bit about Shaq. Damn good chicken sandwich he's put out there too. So, you know, he was a sheriff at one point. He's been in countless films. Got affordable shoes in the Shaq collection now in Walmart for kids to be able to afford some shoes that, you know, because who has $600 to drop on Jordans every year, you know, and I get that too. But once again, the great Shaquille O'Neal is running in his number 4, which, you know what, he was in my number 6, so not too far off. And I think we all agree he deserves a spot at the table. So,
well, we can't say that we all agree because he's not on my top 10.
but you do agree that if he was going to be in a group of the greatest, Shaq would be in the group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just not on my personal.
Just not on your personal
10.
top 10.
Now, if we changed,
we're not denying the talent.
If we changed it to top 10 centers or top 10 dunkers or top 10 something like that, he's definitely 1, 2 in every one of those categories. But just players overall, I left him off. Mm-hmm. He has all the accolades to be on the list.
He does.
I left him off.
Yeah, so. He does. So that brings us to number 3.
Plus, he did Penny Dirty. Sorry. What?
Brings us to the top 3, man. And number 3 for me. And the reason I tell you it should have been higher on the list because Bird is in my number 3. He is, in my opinion,
it was only one off.
The number 3 greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay,
is Larry Bird for me.
Okay,
so
at the beginning I said 1 to 10. What do you think our top 3 would be? I was one off of the Bird, so we didn't get that. But the next 2, I think they're the same. I think
you think they're in the same order?
I think so.
Ooh,
I
maybe.
really do. We'll find out.
Because my top 2 and Jay's top 2 are the same. So if we trip up,
I think we are.
But the difference is mine are reversed from what Jay has.
Okay, I think
we didn't agree on placing.
I think me and you have the exact same. We'll see because
we're going to go first.
My number 3, we've spoke about him a lot, except for I didn't give any stats on him. He is number 1 all-time scorer. He's the only player on my top 10 that's still playing. He's been playing since 2003.
Oh, you put him that high?
Let's just listen. 22 seasons. He has been an all-star 21 times. Okay.
He did make the dream team.
Like I already said, number 1 on the points, number 4 in assists, number 6 in steals, 25 in rebounds. He's won 4 NBA championships.
Yes, he is.
Thanks to LeBron and Kobe. Or thanks to, not LeBron and Kobe. What am I saying? Thanks to Dwayne Wade. See, I can't even get it out because I don't want to put him on the list, but I have to. And that is none other than King James, LeBron, number 3.
LeBron. I'll say I ain't gonna call him King, but I'll call him LeBron.
So here is my beef. I didn't bring it up before. My beef with this help employee that came in and said, "Who's your GOAT of all time, Jordan or LeBron?" Motherfucker, you're forgetting somebody. Okay, he's not even. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. You don't say Jordan or LeBron. There's one other person that you have to give in there, and I think we're both going to say him.
Probably.
Yeah,
Because there is what I would consider the upper echelon of basketball, and I'm looking at it as overall. Once again, these last 2 guys, you had to look to notice other players on the court when these guys took the court, because that's how much of a presence, in my opinion, these 2 commanded. I don't get that when LeBron takes the court. I can see the whole team. When number 1 and number 2 take the court, I'm going, they're there. That's it. I don't give a damn where the ball's at. I'm watching them because they're probably going to be where the ball's at. But at the same point in time, you look away, you're going to miss something incredible, is how I feel when these last 2 guys took the court.
I see what you're saying, but there is one individual that we've mentioned that would be on the court that you might pay a little bit of attention to. Well, I won't say his name. All right.
So,
LeBron's 3 for me. Who does Jay have?
Now, Jay's number 3 is the guy you left off the list, an honorable mention run.
Okay.
Well, once again, I have to agree with Jay. The talent that this player put out is exceptional, to say the least.
Hold on. He already didn't he already have Magic Johnson on his list? Or no, that was you.
No.
Okay, never mind then.
That was me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But that is, for Jay, in the number 3 spot, Allen Iverson.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I was getting. I was like, is he really going to say Iverson's number 3? That's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
But yes, Allen Iverson came in on number 3 for Jay on Jay's list as
I like it.
as greatest.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Like I said, I think Iverson didn't make my list. I know Iverson definitely had accolades coming from you, but I'm glad Iverson made
I am too.
a list because I think he, once again, he's deserving to be in the room of greats. That's just, I don't think anyone would ever disagree with the fact that he's not one of the greatest guys to ever lace up the shoes and walk on the court. Because he really is.
Agree. Absolutely agree.
So
Man, I like Jay's list.
I like
Jay's list a lot.
Now, if we can all agree on the final top 2, I think that will be. I think that'll be.
I think we are.
Kind of insane.
I think we are, and I think me and you are on point. I think it's the exact same. So let's, no further ado, let's go ahead and do it.
All right, man. So number 2. And number 2 for me, once again, is he hails for the better part of his career from, once again, the Lakers.
His entire career.
And I kind of came in a little late on watching him, so I didn't know exactly if that was. So he started and ended in the Lakers, I'm guessing. Okay.
Well, he was drafted by another team, but he never played for them. He was picked up by Lakers. His whole career is the Lakers.
God bless the man. His family, his life was cut way too short. But for me, number 2 is Kobe Bryant.
100%. And that is the person that you have to include when you say, who's the GOAT of NBA?
I think Kobe's on that. I think Jay put another tag out for Kobe. Because there's a lot of people.
I put my tally next to it. So
okay, and like I said, the funny thing is my oldest daughter Chloe, as it's been mentioned previously, is really big into art, and she's really put on her talent and her ability to increase how well she does. And we have a friend who pays her every year for a hand-drawn portrait of Kobe Bryant. And every year she draws the exact same picture because he wants to watch the skill level of her drawing go up. And I think he's up to like five or six pictures now of the exact same drawing of Kobe Bryant that she's done every single year. So, like I said, gone but not forgotten. Still huge fans out there for Kobe.
Yep.
And, you know, like I said, when you're talking about a room full of the greatest, I don't think you cannot include Kobe Bryant on anything. In any way you want to measure this, Kobe Bryant has to be part of that conversation. I think that's. I don't care what Stephen A. will say. I don't care what anyone on ESPN would say. I don't care what any other basketball player would ever say. That if they're going to talk about, and there's going to be a debate on who's the greatest. If Kobe's not a part of that conversation, then I think that there's a big an injustice being done in that conversation.
Like the Bleacher Report leaving him off the top 10.
Yeah, I don't think that's even anything that ever should have been a debate.
The simple fact that he wasn't 1, 2, or 3 is ludicrous.
And that could just be because of fandom, you know. But
off of the fucking top 10 is blasphemy. You don't know what you're talking about if you leave him off your top 10.
You can't leave him out of the conversation.
No.
And I mean, I would say he should at least be in everybody's top 3.
Yeah, exactly.
But to leave him off of a top 10 list entirely, I really don't care about the stats when it comes to that. What he did for the game and what he did on the court is...
And what he's done since then, since not being...
Right. Speaks more volumes than what his stats were, in my opinion. This is where the stats versus who the person was becomes a debate for me. Because, yes, are there people who scored more points than Kobe? Sure. Are there people who...
Only 3.
Who, you know, have... I mean, can you walk him down the list a little bit? Possibly. But walk him down past 10? Never.
No.
Exactly. I don't think that's something you can do. No. And, you know, I think Kobe has just put up a legacy for himself that I don't think anyone is going to be able to compete with.
100% agree.
So,
and as expected, that is also my number 2.
Okay.
Which means we match our number 1.
We matched twice. So, which means we probably are going to match in the number 1 category.
100% we are. So, just to give the stat line now, since we covered everything else, I said only 3 people outscored him. He's number 4 in points. He's 36 in assists, 17 in steals. He has 5 NBA championships, 2 Finals MVPs, 1 league MVP, and an 18-time All-Star in his 20-year career. The man died 5 years ago, and people are still building or painting murals of him. He is still talked about. His shoes are still sold out in a matter of minutes. I know this because I'm on the sneakers apps trying to get them myself.
trying to get a pair of Bryant's.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his daughter died alongside of him in that crash. She was going to go on to be a phenomenal basketball player.
Yeah, that kid had serious talent. I think she was already being scouted.
Yeah.
At her young age.
He has left impact on other little girls. He was big into women's basketball. Big. Probably because of his daughters. But he has the Kobe, I think they're called Kobe All-Stars or something. There's a girl that the final one just played her last high school game or something recently. And it was televised because, I mean, it's Kobe fucking Bryant.
Right.
So fuck you, Bleacher Report. Leaving him off your top 10. That's nonsense. Absolute fucking nonsense.
Kobe Bryant not only played the sport, not only loved the sport, but he gave back to the sport and not in the traditional way. Like he was there to enhance. And yes, I believe his daughter being in basketball is why he influenced the younger crowd, especially on the girls' side of basketball, the way he did. But at the same point in time, he still gave back, and he didn't just give back. He went into it full-hearted, full throttle. I don't know how many interviews and countless stories that I would hear about how he wasn't the dad that dropped the kid off at the game. He was there talking to the girls and giving them pointers and teaching them more techniques off the court, and genuinely wanted to see these girls succeed and make it however far they wanted to take it, whether they were just going to play in college, whether they had no desire to play in college, whether they just wanted to be the best one on the team right then, it didn't matter. He was going to give them that opportunity. Can you imagine being one of those girls getting pointers from Kobe Bryant and being able to have that ability to learn from a guy who just loves the game the way Kobe loved the game? That is incredible to me. And that is an opportunity that every one of those girls who got to have that experience is going to talk about for the rest of their life.
Yep.
Their grandkids are going to talk about that, just because that's the kind of guy Kobe ended up being.
And another reason why he should be above LeBron James. He never said he's the GOAT. Number one never said he's the GOAT. LeBron has proclaimed that he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You don't do that. Other people do that.
Right.
You don't do that. Number two, Kobe Bryant, and our number one, their game and what they did on the court and off the court speaks for itself. They didn't need to say, I'm the greatest of all time. So yeah, LeBron has the fucking stats. Sorry. But he's not the GOAT.
Probably the number one reason why I will never agree that LeBron is higher than where I'll put him is because his arrogant ass thinks he deserves to be higher.
Yep.
And that's not kosher for me. Number one thing that makes a player of any sport great is I don't have to tell you they're great. I have to tell you they're great.
Yep.
You're not that great, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what your stats are. You're not that great. You know what I'm saying? There's only one person, in my opinion, who could tell you they were the greatest of all time, and no one cared, and no one faulted him for that, and that is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Maybe maybe back in the day there might have been people like during that time there might have been people that.
But Muhammad Ali, even though he would make statements like, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. And in the realm of boxing, that was in his interviews, right?
Yeah.
When he was out and just interacting
Like
with
a
people,
promo,
he
yeah.
was very, very humble.
Yeah.
He was very, very relatable to the people. So I look at that as Muhammad Ali was just cutting a promo on the other guy. You can't beat me. I'm the greatest of all time. What are you talking about? You want to step in the ring with me? I'll float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't keep up with what I got. He was cutting a promo. He was, before people knew he was cutting a promo. But the humility of him behind the scenes is why people don't have an issue with him saying he was the greatest of all time. Whereas LeBron doesn't have that.
I'll say maybe LeBron has that, but we don't see it.
I've never seen it. I don't
maybe
care.
The ones close to him have.
I don't care if he's sitting on a couch at a talk show or anything else. I've never seen the man be legitimately humble. Yeah. So that's where it's at for me.
I'm right there with you. Okay.
So
number two, Kobe Bryant. We both said Kobe.
Bryant.
What did Jay say?
All right. Do you want me to do? You want me to go through Jay's, or do you want to throw our number ones out and then we'll do 2 and 1 for Jay?
Is it the same?
No.
No, I mean, it's the same people though. Just switch order. Just go ahead and give his number two.
All right. So Jay's number 2 is the Dr. Michael Jordan, my friends.
Doctor.
You never heard him called Doctor?
I thought you were going to say Dr. J. I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Yeah. Which, some people say, the man who flew, the man who has Air Jordans. The reason that I know he is way better than LeBron, because if you go to any urban basketball court right now in the United States, they're still wanting to wear Jordans, not LeBrons. And let's be honest. Michael Jordan, it came in on Jay's number 2.
Okay. And on the count of 3, we're both going to say our number 1. 1, 2, 3. Not Jordan. I'm just kidding. Michael Jordan. Yes.
Michael Jordan's number 1, as in my opinion, will always be number 1.
So that means that Jay's number 1 is Kobe.
Jay's number 1 is
fucking
Kobe. But
respectable. I get it.
Jay is Jay has Kobe on one of those pedestals where we have Jordan and other people have other basketball players. Like you're never gonna top Kobe in Jay's eyes, and I can't really fault him for that. Whereas for me, you're never gonna top Jordan in my eyes. I don't care what the stats say. Jordan was the showboat. Jordan was the guy who put the work in. And it was a whole nother era of basketball. Like Jordan played hurt, Jordan played bloody, Jordan gave the blood back. I mean, he
Played
knew,
with the flu.
Jordan knew what was at stake and was not afraid to do what had to be done. So Jordan finished games with broken noses. Let's be honest. Like Jordan is in my opinion the GOAT of all GOATs when it comes to basketball.
Back to, you said broken nose. Back to Kobe real quick, because he did tear his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
He got up and he took a free throw.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he made the free
he
throw.
did. Made the three flow
So,
basically
that's
on
gotta be
one
mentioned.
foot.
Yeah.
Because you as badly as he then had to be helped off the court, but he took that free throw.
And I
that
believe
was
he
his.
made it.
And I believe you're right. I believe he did make it. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yep.
yeah. Back
So-
to Jordan, though.
That dedication
Yeah.
between those two guys is off the charts, unreal, and this is why
Meanwhile, LeBron has a hangnail and he has to sit out for 3 games.
LeBron's legacy is I got my kid who's not even a quarter as good as me into the sport.
All right, let's stop bashing LeBron. That's not what it's about. Michael Jordan. Let's celebrate the GOAT. Want me to read the stat line? Or
The
you wanna-
Bulls dynasty. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go down the stat line.
He
Go
is
down.
5th all-time in points, 4th all-time steals. He has 6 rings where he's won all 6 finals MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
He's a 5-time league MVP, 14 All-Star games, and he was 1985 Rookie of the Year.
And
He did play a short stint with the Wizards that shouldn't have ever happened, but in his 15th season, he made himself the GOAT.
he had a
That's all there is
short
to it.
short run in baseball where he realized that he was not a baseball athlete as well.
Yeah.
You missed 2 very important stats, in my opinion.
Okay.
Jordan was also a member of the Dream Team, where he represented.
told you I left
I
all
know,
that off
I
air.
know. I'm going to bring it up though for the
That's
guys who
fine.
made it.
That's fine.
And Jordan was the very first basketball player to leave planet and play a race of aliens, accompanied by the world's most beloved characters, and founded the Toon Squad. I don't know what to tell you. There it is. There it is. Not only was he amazing on the court, he was an instrumental film in my childhood. And who in their right mind doesn't agree that the very first Space Jam is not the GOAT and the best fucking Space Jam made? Because that is just how it is.
Okay.
And as a good friend of mine from the show said,
That's all, folks.
and that's all that needs to be said. Sorry.
All right. So, we had number 1, number 2 tied, same exact spots.
And I believe, was it number 8?
Wilt, right?
It was number 8. So we actually not only had
3 of the same.
we had a
but
lot in
same
common,
exact
but
spot.
3
Yeah.
on the exact same run, and one off. So I'm not going to fault you too bad on that.
Super surprising.
But we did have quite a few that matched up, even with Jay.
Yeah.
So
Even though a lot of his they never got any rings. But
it's
like I said,
still,
I love his fucking list. His list is amazing.
still respect the talent and still respect the athleticism of Jay's list as well, because of that in my opinion that goes so far.
Like I said, we just took different approaches, because if I would have just went on all heart, then my list would have been different. Iverson would have been up there somewhere.
I think me and Jay kind of went at this list about the same way.
Okay.
Because I don't know how many times Jay was like, "Man, I'd have these on my team. These would be my dream team that I could make together to put on anything." And I think that's kind of about how we approached it the same. And I mean, so we had different players on there, especially in different spots, sometimes on the same player. But at the same point in time, out of the 30 individuals that we named, well, not quite 30 because we had a lot of the same, but I don't think anyone denies the talent that was sitting on any of these sheets of paper that we have sitting here. And I don't think anybody could deny any of these guys that they are legends in their own right.
I'm not denying it, because like I said, I understand. Scottie Pippen is the only one that I'm like, I
Oh,
don't,
come on.
I don't know. No, I'm serious. I don't know if I've ever seen him like on like top 20 lists. So, but it's your list,
Yeah.
and you have him at number 10.
And
That's
you know what? For
amazing.
me, like as a kid, Scotty was just one of those standout guys aside from Jordan that Jordan worked well with Pippen.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jordan worked well with the entire Bulls, right? And the Bulls would not have been the Bulls if Jordan was not legitimately dragging them out of bed to practice and legitimately getting them where they needed to be because he knew the value that the players came to the table with, right? He didn't like the fact that he had to go drag Rodman out of a bar to get to practice and tell him, go get that rebound. He didn't like that he had to sit in the owner of the Bulls office and go, we need Rodman. And they went, okay, if we need him that bad, he's your responsibility. And he went, fine. Because they literally looked at Jordan and said, why? He doesn't score. He doesn't this. He goes, he rebounds, and we need the rebounds. I'll take responsibility for him, but if he's not getting my rebounds, I have nothing left to do. And for a guy to be able to recognize the value of his teammates and promote that value and elevate them to that standpoint, that's why Jordan has 5 rings. That's why Jordan's a household name. That's why Air Jordans are still selling out. Years after he quit playing basketball, it's because of his character. It's because of who he was, because of what he did.
I agree. Absolutely agree with all that.
So that was a good list. That was fun. That was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be because I kind of sat into this going, I'm not really a basketball guy, but I mean, I know enough. That might be some people like, bullshit, you knew enough. I mean, I know enough to hang in a conversation, but I don't know. I'm not that deep into it. Like
That's
other
why
people
I
are.
provided the spreadsheet.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's why.
A lot of that I knew, but there's no way for me to remember that.
Right.
So that's why I did it in a spreadsheet.
If you did, you're a statistical basketball god at that point.
No.
So,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do one more NBA related. Marry, fuck, kill.
all right.
And these 3 are current NBA players, wives/girlfriends. You will have to look them up.
Probably.
There is a rapper named Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, dear God.
She is currently with Klay Thompson of the. Who does Klay still play? No. Does Klay still play for the Warriors? I can't remember. But Megan Thee Stallion is who he is with.
Okay.
You got her pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay. And then former Knick, and now he is an NBA champion with the Oklahoma City Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein's wife, Courtney Hartenstein. You can hear the phone typing up the names.
Okay.
And then Jade Jones. I have to remember who she's with, but
Wow. You said Jade Jones?
yes, I need to make sure that, because there's a male coming up. That's not who I'm referring to. Tyrese Halliburton. She just got engaged to Indiana Pacers' Tyrese Halliburton. So if you type in that, she should come up. Or I can just show you a picture of her.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So there we go. Megan Thee Stallion, Courtney Hartenstein, and Jade Jones.
I do not find Megan Thee Stallion attractive at all.
Okay.
So that's a simple one. You guess it. Yeah, we'll just, yeah.
Okay.
I kind of put her in the same vein as I put, dear God, who's that other bitch? I can find them walking the street corner in New York anywhere. It's just kind of how I feel about it. I'm sorry.
She's a little classier than that, but okay.
I mean, I'm not saying she's not, but she just, like her music is nails on chalkboard to me. It's just,
Okay, let's take the music
anyway.
out of the equation. Just her look.
Kind of nothing really there. Just screams. I would, probably get. It would require alcohol. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So we're gonna kill Megan Thee Stallion. Now,
The
Jade
Stallion.
Jones.
Yes, Jade Jones,
the stallion.
Tyrese Halliburton's girl.
Yeah, I'll knock that for a night. That she's very, very, very cute girl, without a doubt. Tyrese is a very lucky man. I'm sure he gets to go home and enjoy that.
He just tore his Achilles.
So, oh yeah,
So he's not the luckiest. But
sure, him sitting on the couch with her by his
That's fair.
side is going to be terrible.
That's fair.
Recovery, I do hope you do recover well, Tyree. I mean, Halliburton had a phenomenal year, and he is a phenomenal player. Did not make my top 10, but an honorable mention. Dude's a phenomenal player, great athlete, super hot wife. Fuck you. No, Tyrese, you're good. But
So that means you're going to marry Courtney.
oh
Stein.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That woman's stunning.
Okay.
That woman turns some heads no matter what room she walks in. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Courtney's kind of where it's at on that one for me. I'm not gonna lie. I would ring that girl up in a heartbeat. Absolutely. She's definitely a very beautiful woman.
Well, as we were with our number 1 and 2,
We
are exactly the same for different reasons. Because I do think Megan Thee Stallion could get some D from me. So but in this situation, I'm killing her.
I didn't say she couldn't. I'd just probably be hitting
You
up the
said
store
you-
for penicillin the next day.
You said you would have to be intoxicated. I wouldn't need to be intoxicated. Anyways, but I'm offing her. She's done. I am going to fuck Jade Jones. She looks maybe, I don't know, a little immature and a little possible high maintenance. Could be completely wrong about that, but that's just the vision I get when I look at her.
Okay.
So just one night would be perfectly fine.
I just have a feeling once all the makeup comes off, Megan Thee Stallion does not look the same whatsoever.
We're killing her, so it doesn't matter. And then I agree with you. Isaiah Hartenstein's wife is stunning.
Dude, she is I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh my God, that is one beautiful woman. Wow.
So Courtney Hartenstein would be Courtney Webb.
Let's just be 100% not like supermodel beautiful, like
It's a different kind.
way above girl next door average type thing. Like I don't know. There's just something that, she's just,
I agree.
Yeah.
And he has now an NBA championship and her. Fuck Isaiah Hartenstein. No, I'm just kidding.
Some guys get all the luck.
I'm a Hartenstein fan because he was a former Knick. So, all right. Well, that does it for this episode.
Once again, wrapping it down. So that was fun. That was a good one. I do like that one. Alrighty. Wrapping another one down to the bottom, to the end. We breached the dragon.
Oh, I do have something else I want to mention. I thought of this on the way here.
Okay.
So I've asked you before, hey, what do you think about reenacting the Bert Kreischer WoW video?
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm bringing it to the podcast now. I am going to edit a picture and I'm going to post it on our Instagram, which is _inappropriates_podcast. And I would like everyone who's listening, this is basically just to get people to interact, but to comment on the post whether you would like to see me and Matthew reenact that. And if there's enough people that say yes, then I will learn the choreography. I will teach it to Matthew, and we will record ourselves just as Bert Kreischer does in the WoW Post Malone video.
So you didn't explain that properly, I don't think. Mm-hmm. So let me translate so that everyone at home understands what's about to happen. You're more than welcome to post or comment, but what you're commenting on is, do you want to live your life as it is now, or do you want to open what you think is a harmless video only to have the equivalent of smoking hot metal rod shoved into your eye sockets that will scar everything you see for the rest of your life? That probably you're gonna need therapy if this happens. And I don't mean Dr. Phil therapy. I mean burn unit trauma victim therapy. So just so it's explained properly, if you don't want to be on medication or wish you'd never seen something again in your life. Because Bert Kreischer looks good compared to me. So let that sink in.
Let our fans be the judge of that, first of all. So when you hear this and you would like to see this happen, first off, you need to probably go watch the WoW video with Bert Kreischer. So go to YouTube, type in Bert Kreischer WoW. You're welcome, Bert, for the plug. Because you need that, yeah, right.
I've lost like 140 pounds. Nothing looks good unclothed, just so you're...
Just watch the video, and then after that, go over to our Instagram, _inappropriates_podcast. Find the picture of Bert Kreischer, and I will superimpose our heads onto.
Oh, see, that's much easier. Don't have to learn to dance. We just
No. This is just for the votes. If you vote on that picture in the comments saying yes, we must see this, or whatever.
Oh Lord.
Then I will convince Matthew to do it.
You commenting on it doesn't count. Just so you know. You can't be on there like comment 1, send, comment 2, send, comment 3, send.
We'll see what happens. But all right, that's all I have. I just wanted to mention that.
I'm fine. Not gonna let this die, are you?
No.
Like, you're just not gonna let this die. I mean, like, you know what? Yeah, 57 likes. I'll do the truffle shuffle on YouTube. Why not? Yeah. Now we got to explain to people what the truffle shuffle is. Alrighty. Are you done with the
That was my cheap way to
trying to scar
plug
a few
our
fans we have? Your cheap plug of the day. Today is brought to you by Cheap Butt Plugs. That's right, Cheap Butt Plugs. Your sexual toys on a discount price. Go to cheapbuttplugs.com. Anyway, I don't even know if that's a website. If it is, somebody else look that up and let me know if I just plugged something that was legit. Not you, Erica. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Before we go any deeper, peace.
Have a week.
All right, folks, so until next time, I'm Matthew.
I'm Nathan.
And we're here reminding you to be yourself, because everyone else is taken.
So fucking inappropriate.